Do you know what's stopping you? What's blocking you? What's keeping you from moving forward with your goals? Hi, I'm Linda Watson-Call. Thank you for joining me today in this episode of Dragonfly Soup. You know, today starts our 6th month of this weekly series, and whether it's your first time watching or your 22nd, please let me know that you enjoy these episodes by clicking the like or sharing them with a friend. When it comes to reaching our goals, sometimes we start to wonder if we're even going to get close to our goal, let alone achieving it. I don't know about you, but sometimes I wonder if it's just me or do other people feel the same way. The Chinese often talk about Feng Shui. This is a way to energize forces to harmonize oneself with the environment. It's usually used to orient buildings or even arrange furniture in your home for the best flow of energy based on the dynamics of wind and water. This concept got me wondering if we sometimes, without realizing it, block our energy forces and literally stop ourselves from reaching our goals. Let's look at a few possibilities that could get us stuck and what we can do to overcome them. The first is fear. You know, your project is moving along. We're happy with our progress. We realize that we're halfway there, maybe even almost there, and then we freeze. We start to think, this is going way too easy. Something is bound to go wrong. And sure enough, that something happens. And subconsciously, we feel relieved. Our fear, although we really didn't recognize it, kicked in, and we got stalled. Well, what kind of fear are we talking about? And why would we be afraid to reach our goal? One reason is we become attached to what we're doing. It becomes routine, and we are so comfortable with it. Well, what's going to happen when we reach our goal? What are we going to do next? Our routine is going to be broken. Or we think if we are successful, we'll be expected to accomplish even more with our next goal. Fear is funny. Most of the time, we don't even know that we're afraid. We are. And we make a wrong choice or two, and we slow down or stop moving completely. Most people don't fear failure as much as they fear success. Think about your goals and your feelings. We may need to face that fear, feel that fear, then do what we need to do anyway. Overcome that fear and complete the steps to reach that goal. Another way that we block ourselves is by not being organized. It doesn't matter what our goal is. We need some type of organization. And both time and supplies come into play here. You know, we have 1,440 minutes every day. That sounds like a lot. But when we take away the time we spend sleeping, eating, and doing the everyday tasks like showering, brushing our teeth, getting dressed, making and eating meals, phew! Oh, and how about school or our paying job? Can't forget about that. So really, how much time do we have left? Some of our goals may be school or job related, so the time we spend there can be used to reach those goals. But so many of us have goals that can only be done in our free time. Goals like writing a book, creating art that we would like to sell, looking for or building a new home, planning our trip of a lifetime, or even starting a new business. All of these take time. One thing that really helped me was to set up a routine. I'd shop on the same day every week when the stores aren't crowded. I do laundry on the day when my favorite TV show is on so that I can watch the program and fold clothes at the same time. And if I pre-record that show, then I have even more control of my time. I also let most of my phone calls go to voicemail and return them later. This avoids getting interrupted, especially when I need to be concentrating. The same thing goes for email and social media. Set up a time to check and answer emails, texts, or other social media posts. There is no reason, unless it's an actual emergency, to answer every call, text, or email when it's received. It's our choice to schedule our time based on our priorities. And just as a side note, I'm not discounting kids, family, or those types of obligations. I'm talking about activities that steal time, waste time, the time that we need to complete a goal or a project. Now let's look at supplies. If we organize things so that they are always in the same place, life is easy. I know that this isn't always possible. I share my kitchen with my husband, so I always give myself extra time to go on a scavenger hunt for the utensils and ingredients that I need, because his idea and my idea of where things go aren't the same. Maybe getting the kitchen organized should be on our mutual goal list. And talking about supplies, I try to keep a running list of things that are getting low. Nothing like not having something critical for a project. With this list, I can check it when I'm in town and pick up those things that I'm low on. And while we're at it, let's declutter our workspace. Once a project is over, get rid of or place in storage the items that are no longer needed. Clearing out an area opens up for yet another exciting project. Finally, we need to keep ourselves fit, physically, mentally, and emotionally. We don't gain time by missing a meal. Without eating properly during the day, we end up tired and hungry. And the same thing goes for sleep. Staying up late one night to complete a project makes the next day less productive. Getting the right amount of sleep and rest increases energy and motivation. We also need to take periodic brain breaks. When we focus too long on one thing, it can drain us. 5 or 10-minute breaks for meditation, daydreaming, or a power walk can re-energize us. And don't forget friends or a counselor if things are getting overwhelming. We should never be too proud to ask for help. So, what's really stopping or blocking you? How will you keep moving forward with your goals? Please share in the comments below or in a message how you unstuck yourself and got your flow going again. And I'll see you next week, right here on Dragonfly Soup. Here's to our transformation and our best year ever.